In this video, I want to talk about the things that I just still do not spend money on. Being out of debt, being financially very stable, I still refuse to spend money on these things. So in this video, I'm going to talk about them. Maybe they'll be controversial, maybe they won't. Maybe you like to spend money on them, maybe you don't, but let's see if you do. Okay, call to action. Before we get started, I want to know, what are the things that maybe you see other people buying that you still refuse to buy? Put it down in the comments below. I want to do a video all about things that my viewers do not buy, refuse to buy, no matter what financial status they would be at. These are always fun and interesting for me to read in the comments, so I think it will be a fantastic thing to share for everybody else. So put it down below. Let me know what fun, interesting, or even boring things you refuse to buy. The first one that I refuse to spend money on are products marketed specifically for women. And there are obviously many, but the ones that mostly come to mind that I definitely avoid are pink shavers, shaving cream number one at all, but specifically women's shaving cream. Have you seen how cheap the little 99-cent thing of Barbasol or whatever it's called that is men's shaving cream versus the strawberries and cream, smooth, no bumps, razor burn? You know what I'm talking about, the one with the pink little ribbed lid on top. Or let's talk about another one, sparkly body wash. Really? Since when do I want to get out of the shower looking like a character from Twilight when they go into the sun? Nope, you're not catching me. I use a razor that is a men's razor. It's one of those really nice ones where you just buy the replacement heads. We buy them at Costco. My husband has one, I have one, and we utilize the same razor. Now, regarding shaving cream, for many years, I still thought you had to use shaving cream, but I figured out their trick real quick because for some reason, especially the women's shaving cream, those things run out. You know, you don't even can't even tell it's running out, and then you're like one leg done and one leg not done, and it's empty. But the Barbasol ones were so much cheaper. It worked perfectly. Now, to this day, you know, frugal me does not even utilize any of that. I use conditioner because for some reason, I always run out of shampoo before conditioner, so they're never even. Is that anybody else? Or I use the soap that I'm using in the shower, works just fine. Saves a lot of money. Okay, we're coming upon flu season, cold and flu season, right? This is one that I refuse to buy, and it is name brand medicines. Now, let's talk, first of all, there is a whole lot of stuff behind medicines where most of them are just marketing. They will relieve this, relieve that, do this, do that. And you've heard, you know, the ones behind the counter are the better ones to get. Now, here's the situation you will find yourself in. You will find yourself completely miserable, completely stuffed up, not able to speak. You feel like you are the walking dead. Walking into the Target, the CVS, the Walgreens, whatever, and going like this, grabbing the piles of everything. It does not matter what it is. If it says it's going to help, it's going to get you. And this has definitely been me, where I've been at the checkout with $100 worth of product to try to make myself feel better, because at that point you were desperate, when most of the time it's basically the same ingredients within Tylenol that actually helps you. And for me, like if I take NyQuil or any kind of cough syrup that says it's going to help, it actually screws me up more. Anybody else, it messes with my sleep. So the one thing that would heal me more is sleep, and I just messed it up by taking all this different medicine that didn't help. So name brand medicines, if I do get medicine, it is always going to be the off brand, because you look at the back of them, I guarantee you they are the exact same ingredients, tried and tested. But just be careful of all these things that say they can fix. I mean, you know, there's no, what is it, cure for the common cold? There are things that can alleviate your symptoms, but there are also natural remedies. Hydrating, making sure you get your rest, and letting your body, well, first of all, making sure that try to be as healthy as you can so that your immune system is nice and good and fluffy and protective. That's gonna help you as well. The third thing that I am never getting suckered into, no matter what, are extended warranties. Now, this has come down just to even a small electronic, like the kids' headphones I had to buy for my daughter to go into kindergarten. When you go onto Amazon, it says, do you want the extended warranty for $3.99? No thanks, that's always me. Because most of the time, let me just go ahead and tell you, for you guys who are like, oh, I need the extended warranty. Yeah, there's probably that one gem out there you're probably watching that it has worked out famously for. And congratulations. Let us know in the comments down below. But for the rest of us, it usually doesn't happen. Here's what actually happens. The problem with the thing that we bought the warranty for doesn't actually cover the problem on the thing. So the warranty's like, nope. It's like an insurance company. They're going to try to find every which way, left, right, and center to not honor that insurance. Anybody else experience that? Or it's most of the time it makes you feel better with getting it, but the other thing I do is I would lose the warranty, which I think I've done this once or twice. It was probably in my early 20s when I thought I needed it. But when you might need it, you're like, where's the warranty? Oh crap, I was supposed to register it within 90 days of getting it, and I didn't. So I completely wasted that $3.99. Or if you understand this, you understand. For some reason, most products know intuitively when the last day of that warranty is. Yep. That warranty ends on January the 5th. So you know what happens on January the 6th? Breaks. It's like it knows. Number 4 that I'm never going to buy, especially the latest model of, are gadgets. I'm not a gadget gal anywho's, so it's not a big thing for me. Can anybody answer this question? Do y'all remember back in the day when the iPhones were new, whenever that was? Was that 2010, 2011? Was it before then? Maybe. But people would stand in line and wait for the new one. Does anybody still do that? I mean, to me, that just seems crazy. Spending your time out there shivering or in a tent or standing behind people and waiting. No, not comfortable. But the gadgets themselves, when you actually have bought a new one, has anybody ever really noticed a big difference between the cameras? Even within a couple of different versions. Okay, if you've got a camera phone from 1998, which I don't even know, did they have camera phones in 1998? Maybe that's when they first came out. But if you have one of the first, the regular flip phones with the camera, and you get maybe an iPhone 7, okay, there's gonna be a considerable difference in the cameras. But most phones these days, I don't know how much better the camera can get. Personally, I prefer to buy 1 to 2 models older. So if it's the XXY32, I might look for the XXW29, right? Because what's happened is they probably worked out the kinks in that version already. The new one, for whatever reason, if somebody gets the newest, latest, greatest version, they've rolled it out, but nobody really has tested it widely, and there's still a lot of kinks and bugs and problems. Anybody else? Okay, number 5. I refuse to buy uncomfortable clothing. No matter how stylish it might be. So, my style at this age in my life is, oh, it feels like pajamas but doesn't look like pajamas. Okay, let's go with that one. Definitely. For me, comfort ranks higher than feeling stylish. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna look put together. That doesn't mean I'm gonna run around with stained or holey clothes or, completely mismatched. No, I'm going to wait and find the things that feel like pajamas but aren't. Okay, the last one are meal kits. Now, I don't know if people are still doing these. They probably are. I think they are, but I'm talking like the HelloFresh thing, Blue Apron, whatever. I did this for a while, and I got so frustrated. It's probably been 3.5, 4 years since I did it, but it was such a waste of money. They would forget to include the recipe card. So then you got to open up your phone to pull up the recipe, and then you've got stuff all over your hands because you're trying to cook, and now it's on your phone. That's a hot mess. But basically it would also cost like $10+ per meal per person, and that's on the cheap end. $10+, and I still got to cook it. What are you thinking? Well, the other thing, the portions, I'm definitely a person who says that the portions are out of control. Okay, you go to a restaurant, they're nuts. It's crazy. But the portions in this are like for a 6-year-old. There's nothing. There's not much. If you we would get stuff for 2 people. There's no way. My husband is not one of those guys who eats a ton of food. Like he can eat, but he doesn't need a huge portion. But this could not fill him up. And they gave us this recipe. I guess it was like cooked carrots or something. And I am not joking. I really, really wish I still had the picture. But one of the carrots was this big. Legitimately, and misformed, like meaning most of him was thinner than my pinky finger. It was no bigger than this, and we were supposed to cut that up and use that as a side for 2 people for $10+ per meal per person. Okay, don't forget, put down in the comments below. I want to know what things you will refuse to buy no matter what happens. I would love to hear it. If you enjoyed this video, it really does help my channel out if you click on that like button. Definitely comment down below. Even if there's nothing that you have to add as far as things you don't buy, just let me know how you're doing. And as always, thank you so much. You're welcome to subscribe to the channel if you want to stick around and see more videos from me in the future.